Let's get to golf. Bryson DeChambeau set to make a last-minute decision on the PGA Championship and an appearance possibly. This video of Bryson on Twitter, swinging the club, limited to 6 worldwide starts this year due to wrist and hip injuries. The 2020 U.S. Open champion hoping to recover from that wrist surgery and hand issue to compete for the first time since the Masters. And that major tournament did not go well for one Bryson DeChambeau. Let's say good morning once again to Doug Bell ahead of the PGA Championship over at Southern Hills, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So when what we saw with Bryson and all the things, it's funny, Doug, because we went from is Tiger going to play to quickly pivoting to is Bryson going to play. What are you hearing? What do you think about it right now?
Well, Tommy, it's pretty funny. The conversation around Southern Hills is all about Tiger and his comeback and Phil Mickelson's absence. Not many people are talking about Bryson DeChambeau. An amazing story. Old school, you'd have a press release or maybe a small press conference, but modern athletes like Bryson DeChambeau says today he will release on social media whether or not he's officially going to tee it up tomorrow at the PGA Championship, and I do believe he will. An amazing story when you consider he was awful at the Masters, missed the cut. He was 12 over par. 2 days later, has major surgery on the pad on his left hand, which also relieves the pressure on his wrist. Couldn't hit a golf ball for close to 3 weeks, and now he's back wearing a compression sock on that wrist, which relieves the pressure and reduces the swelling, a golf glove on top of it. He's going through normal prep work. Bryson DeChambeau, I don't think he'll be a factor at all. There's too much rust involved, but the fact that he's back after surgery April 14th, pretty amazing story that probably deserves more publicity. But again, you have Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson and some pretty big pillars of the sport that are stealing most of the headlines.
Yeah, you brought up April 14th because we're not medical professionals, but everything we hear is that he's ahead of schedule for something that he has gone through, right? So, all right, let's get to some picks here, and we'll get to them and go in order. How about a sleeper selection this week?
Well, there's a lot of sleepers because this field is absolutely loaded. But remember the name of Tom Hoge? Earlier in the year on the West Coast, he was the hottest guy out there. He won the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. He contended at Torrey Pines, contended at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Now, lately, over the last 4 or 5 weeks, his game has gone down a little bit, but that's just ordinary for most golfers on the PGA Tour. He's still top 3 in par 3 scoring, which will serve him well at Southern Hills. Still one of the best putters on the PGA Tour. This is a career year for Tom Hoge. He was great early, and I think he will make a statement at Southern Hills. And again, 150 to 1, Tommy, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. How about a surprise top 10 selection?
Well, this may surprise some, but Keegan Bradley is playing the best golf of his career. He said that after his performance at the Wells Fargo Championship, where he finished second. Iron play superb, a former PGA champion, remember, in Atlanta at the Atlanta Athletic Club, putting pretty good. Keegan Bradley, a top 10 lock, I do believe. He is playing that well right now.
One of the most, if not the most popular prop bet is, will Tiger Woods make the cut, Doug? What do you think?
Oh, Tommy, he is going to make the cut. There's no question. Physically much better than he was at the Masters. This is his 22nd PGA championship. He's won 4 times. He's number 1 in scoring average. He's 58 under par all time at the PGA championship. He loves Southern Hills. He will surgically knock this course down Thursday and Friday. Is he going to contend? I still don't think physically he's there yet. I do think his putting will be much better this week than it was certainly at Augusta National, where it was awful on the weekend.
All right, we've given odds minus 140. Get that if you can. It may be up much higher, a couple cents and dimes more, 160, 170 when it's all said and done. But give us a name here that you're going to maybe fade here, a big name to miss the cut.
Well, listen, Jordan Spieth needs the PGA Championship to complete the career Grand Slam. That says a lot. Only 5 players in the history of the game have ever won the Grand Slam. It is difficult to do, and the pressure mounts on these guys like Rory McIlroy at the Masters. And listen, Arnold Palmer never won the career Grand Slam. Sam Snead, Tom Watson. I think Jordan Spieth will be in the same boat, even though he's had a good season. And I think one of the problems, he's paired with Rory and Tiger the first 2 days. 12 to 14,000 people will be in that gallery for 2 days. I just don't think that is a good atmosphere for anybody, even a player the caliber of Jordan Spieth. I don't think this golf course sets up for him. He still sprays it a bit, even though his statistics are up. I think Jordan Spieth misses the cut and misses another opportunity at completing a career Grand Slam.
All right, one of the things also that's always fun are these guys and which schools they go to. Usually it's like the Georgia guys at every turn, especially for the Masters at Augusta. But now since we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Bedlam bragging rights. What do you think about that one and maybe the golfer you like the best?
Well, Tommy, this is really cool. Go Pokes. A lot of orange will be out there at Southern Hills. There's 5 players formerly from Oklahoma State. Abraham Answer represents the Boomer Sooners for Oklahoma. And these are good players. Victor Hovland plays Southern Hills all the time, still lives in Stillwater. Matthew Wolf, Ricky Fowler. I mean, these are quality players. But the guy I really like who will be carrying the banner, and he grew up in Oklahoma, still lives outside of Oklahoma City, plays Southern Hills quite a bit. Taylor Gooch. Again, he's having a career year. He won the RSM Classic, played the Masters for the first time, top 10 there, top 10 at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, so he likes tough golf courses. Again, this guy, he roots for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He proudly has grown up and continues to live and raise his family in the state of Oklahoma. This is a really big deal for Taylor Gooch. I know Victor Hovland has those credentials, and he's a great player. And Abraham Answer won the World Golf Championship event last year in Memphis. But look for Taylor Gooch. Again, I think this will be a big week for him, and he'll be wearing orange probably on Thursday all the way through Sunday.
Last but not least, pick to win.
A guy nobody's talking about, Dustin Johnson. He has a win 14 consecutive years on the PGA Tour. Only Tiger, Jack, and Arnie can say they've done that. He has a couple of major championships. He won at Oakmont, which is similar to Southern Hills. I followed him at match play, and at the time he lost in the semifinals to Scottie Scheffler. Okay, that happens obviously. But he said, my game is in a really, really good spot. He's played only 9 tournaments this year, so his game is just coming into form. It is amazing to me. And remember, he top 10'd at the Players. He was T12 at the Masters. It has not been an awful season, but with all the talk about all the great players at Southern Hills, where is the conversation about Dustin Johnson? 22-1. I like DJ to win his 3rd major championship this week. I think his game comes together on a golf course that fits his game perfectly.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.